Okay, so this lesson is on determinants of matrices. Today we're going to learn how to find a determinant of a 2x2 and a 3x3 matrix. All right, before we do that, I want you to take a look at this picture. The time is 3:35. If the clock is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise, what time will it be? We'll pause here. All right, if we rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise, the time would be 12:20. All right, so how do I use determinants? And we'll talk about inverses in our next lesson for matrices. So first of all, a determinant is more of a tool. It's used to actually solve a system. We probably will not have time to get to how do we use this to solve a system. We're just going to learn about the tool. So every square matrix has a determinant. It's a number. Okay, so determinants of 2x2 matrices. Let's talk about this a little bit. So first of all, we would write, to find a determinant, we would put the word or the abbreviation DET in front of it for determinant, or you might also see these brackets around it. They look like the absolute value. Don't confuse it with that. It's not that. I kind of put a note here at the bottom of the page. It's not that though. Okay, so to find the determinant, what you do is you multiply these two numbers on the down diagonal, and you would write it here. And then you multiply these two numbers on the up diagonal, C times B, and you write it here, and then you would subtract them. Okay, so for example, you would go 7 times 3, you'd put that here. Then you would do up diagonal, 5 times -2 is -10. You would subtract them, and that would give you 31. This is your determinant. Okay. And again, I wrote that a little notation. Don't confuse it with absolute value. Over here on the side, I put a little note. When you do determinants, it's the down minus the up. So D minus U or duh. That's kind of how I remember it. All right, so let's try this. I put a few examples in here so we can get used to this. I hope you approve. All right, here we go. So down diagonal, we're multiplying these two. So the down 1 times 8, we get 8. The up, 5 times 4, 20. We go down minus up. This is my answer, -12. Okay. All right. So let's look at another one here. We would do our down diagonal. I'm going to write that. Okay. -4 times 11 is -44. Our up diagonal is 42. 7 times 6. And then we're going to go -44 minus 42. Always down minus up, or you will get the wrong answer. So, and that's -86. And that would be my answer. All right. All right, this last one. Again, down diagonal. So 9 times 2 is 18. Up, -8 times 12 is -96. That's 18 minus -96, which would give me, I guess that would be positive 114. Okay. All right, that's how you do a 2x2 determinant. You can circle those, you can write the down and up, whatever works for you and makes the most sense. Okay. Determinants of 3x3 is a little bit more complicated. This picture actually makes it look even a little bit more scary. It's not quite as scary as it looks. How do we do this? Well, first what we do is we write the two columns. So these first two columns right here in the matrix, you're going to copy those and you're going to write them right after the matrix. Okay? And then you do your down diagonals. And you multiply them. So those three starting from the upper left, moving down. Okay? And then they should always be, because it's a 3 by 3, you're multiplying three things. So then you're going to do these diagonals. Multiply those. Then you'll do these, and then you're going to add them together. So multiply those three things and add them together. And that will be the total that you get when you do your down diagonals. Okay? And then you're going to do the same thing, but starting from the bottom and going up. You'll multiply these three, these three, these three, add them together, and that'll be your up. Okay? And then once again, you will subtract them. So down minus up still, just a little more going on. You have to add some stuff together. Okay, so very similar. Just a little bit more going on. All right, so determinant of a 3 by 3, let's try one. Okay, so first thing I want to do is copy these first two columns. I'm going to put them here right afterwards. So 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 4. Okay, now I've got that copied, and now you're going to do your down diagonals. I'm going to switch here. So we'll do our down. Okay, so I'm going to go multiply these, okay? And I'm actually going to write down. I'm going to go 2 times 2 times 8. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 8 is 32. Okay. Then we're going to add 4 times 3, which is 12, times 1 is 12. Okay. Add, then our next down diagonal will be 1 times 5. It's 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, now we add those together. This will be our down diagonal. We get 20 plus 32 is 52, plus 12 is 64. Okay, now I'm going to do my up. So again, I'm going to start from the lower left and go up. You should have 3 numbers each time because this is a 3 by 3. I'm going to write up here. 1 times 2 times 1 is 2. Then these 4 times 3 is 12, times 2 is 24. And now I'm going to do 8 times 5 times 4. So 8 times 5 is 40, times 4 is 160. Okay, so 2 plus 24 is 26, plus 160 is 186. Okay, now when I do this, I'm going to do down 64 minus up 186. This gives me negative 122, and that is my determinant for that matrix right there, a 3 by 3. Okay, so kind of the same premise, just a little more going on. Okay, let's try one more to make sure that this makes sense. So here is our next matrix. Okay. And once again, copy the first 2 columns. Okay. All right, now. Okay. I'm going to do 3 times 1 times negative 4 is negative 12 plus. Okay, now I've got 7, negative 7 times negative 5 times 9. So let's do a little calculator work there. That's a positive 315. Okay, and then this should be plus Negative 12 times 8 is negative 96. Okay, so negative 12 plus 315 plus a negative 96 is 207. Okay, let's do our up. Okay, so that's 18. We got negative 40 times 3 would be negative 120. And then these, so that would be 24 times negative 7, give me negative 168. Let's put these together. All right. Now, let's do down minus up. 207 minus negative 270. That would give me 477. That's my determinant for that matrix. All right, hope that makes sense now. How we find a determinant of a 2x2 and a 3x3 matrix. Down diagonals minus up. All right. I'd like you to try the assignment on determinants of matrices, and hopefully that goes well. Good luck. Have a good day. See ya.